And I think a lot of people are pretty much unaware that it's a global race, just like anything else. You know, the US is in a race with the rest of the world to get there first, wherever there may be. These other countries are absolutely, competing. And if we're going to keep the market, we need to remain competitive, educate our kids on not only what is AI, but how to use it. And it's my belief at a certain point, kids are in a better position to learn AI than adults, because while I believe that formal education is good, I have a bachelor's degree, and that's all great, and it's from a really good university, Texas A&M, whoop, gig 'em, all that good stuff. But sometimes formal education can stunt creativity.
Sure.
And through education, you can get taught into what's not possible, when really you should be looking at what is the art of the possible. Like, yeah, you can't do that today, but what if we could, and what would it take to get there? And that way of thinking easy to adopt when you don't know any better, is a good way to put that. And so when it comes to AI, you're right about it changing on a daily basis. There's new models coming out every couple of weeks. There's agentic harnesses that some of them are coming out with new updates every 2 days. OpenClaw, when it launched, it got more downloads off of GitHub than anything previous in that short amount of time. Not saying that OpenClaw is the best harness out there. It just depends on what you're doing. But
it was the floodgate. That was almost the floodgate, agentic, right?
Absolutely. And for those early adopters that are learning, okay, what are the capabilities? What can I do with this? How can I use this to make me more effective? I can see where that's going to be a huge leg up, I'm just going to give a brief example of something that I did with a friend of mine who's a Santa Claus in Western North Carolina. He does not have a website, he did not have a website. And, if you're not aware of this, AI is taking over the Google search. So in my lifetime, there's only been a couple companies that became a verb. Xerox was one of them. It used to be Xerox was the company that made a lot of photocopiers, and then it became, can you Xerox this? They just became a verb. Google became a verb. Can you go Google this? Why don't you Google that? Everybody knows what that verb is.
I know I sound a little Luddite here, but I always go to Ziploc. The same thing. It's like a plastic bag that zips, but Ziploc, you're like, hey, can I get a Ziploc? Can I get a Ziploc bag? Can I get a Ziploc bag?
Yeah.
Same thing. You become a verb. Your brand is so powerful. You create action, right? That verb, that nature.
Right. Yeah. So